guys, as men, this shit is not negotiable. You have to find your purpose in life. I'm not just saying that because I want to feel good or whatever, but there are so many people out there right now without a purpose, period. It's Friday night, so go to any gas station on a Friday night, any store, what are you going to see? You're going to see a bunch of guys buying cases and cases of beer and snacks and other crap to fulfill something. What are they going to fulfill? An empty hole in their life. Period. That's all they're going to do. Fulfilling an empty hole. You cannot fill an empty hole. The more crap you pile into that hole, the more crap it wants. It's like a black hole in your life. With every action you do in this world, there is one question you have to ask yourself, and that question is, how will this action benefit me? Because guess what? We have a limited amount of time. The court system in this world knows we have a limited amount of time. That is why if you get in trouble with the law, and a lot of you know that, what does the judge do? The judge takes time away from your life because they know, and they have known for centuries, that time is the most important asset you have, period. So why are you wasting that time? Say if you spend 2 hours a night watching TV, okay? That could be 600 hours a year. That is the same as as a judge showing up and saying, hey, you know what? I'm sentencing you to 600 hours of jail. You'd be pissed if that happened, wouldn't you? But you are sentencing your own life through these vices. Cut these vices out. Stop drinking. Cut back on the crappy food that you eat. And grow your mind. Instead of picking up a beer, pick up a book. Instead of eating some snacks, go work out. Do something that builds you. Find your purpose. Because you know what? If you don't find your purpose, in 10 years' time, you're going to be in the same old crappy job, doing the same old crappy things, drinking the same old crappy beer every Friday night, and wondering why your life is going nowhere. And then eventually, your boss is going to hand you a pink slip because you just got replaced by a freaking robot. That is the way the world works. I know, because I've been there. One time in my life, or a couple of times in my life, I stagnated. I thought, oh, I've got this good job. I'm king of the universe. I was running a data center. I'm king of the universe. One by one, all the servers in my data center gradually disappeared. I was too dumb to see it coming. They all gradually disappeared. Next thing I know, I was invited to an off-site meeting. Well, the off-site meeting didn't go too well. I got a pink slip and I was out of there. On my ass. After about 10 years of service in that place. I won't mention the company. Very famous company. You all know it. But I'm not going to mention it because no hard feelings. It's the past. It was my fault. It wasn't the company's fault that they migrated all their servers to some other place. It wasn't the company's fault. They were doing what was in their best interest. I was not doing what was in my best interest. I had stagnated. I was stuck on one subject. I thought I was king of the frigging universe in this job, and I was really just nothing. And I didn't realize I was nothing until eventually, you know what happened. Keep growing your mind. Every day, think of the time you're using, because it is limited time. Think of how you're using that time. What are you doing to grow? Are you working out? Are you reading a book? Or are you sitting down watching some crappy show on TV that is going to make you, it's going to not grow your mind in any possible way whatsoever? We all have the same amount of time. All of us do. Everybody from the CEO to the guy sweeping the floor, we all have the same amount of time. We all have different amounts of ambition. Long time ago, I was told that I would never achieve anything in my life. Well, I guess they were wrong because they didn't see my ambition. They were working on my knowledge and they thought I was some dumb kid in high school that would never achieve anything. Well, hey, I'm working on my doctorate now. I got a master's behind me, I got a bachelor's behind me. I think I've pretty much made it, guys, but you know what? I made it not because I'm smart. I made it because I've never freaking gave up. And I kept my moral compass in one direction. And really, I've only kept that moral compass going in a single direction for a couple of years. That's it. About 3 years, I think, I've kept my moral compass centered on one thing and laser beamed for it. That's it. I'm going for that. I'm going to do that. Nobody's going to stop me. Same with fitness. Dial in exactly what you want, exactly what you want your body to look like, whether you want to look like Arnold or whether you want to look like one of the skinny marathon runners you see everywhere. It doesn't really matter what you want. It's what's in your heart. And then go for it. And don't change direction. Don't, for crying out loud, you go exercise a couple of times. You don't have to go to the gym. You can work out at home. But that's a subject for another video. But you don't have to freaking just change direction every time something goes wrong. People work out for years and years and years before they get the body they want. People study for tests for years and years. You know what? I studied for the CISSP for 6 years. I knew that exam, the time I took the exam, I knew the exam better than I knew my wife. I'd known the exam for longer than I'd known my wife by the time I got the balls to take that gosh darn test. And it really wasn't that bad after all. It was all about the test was psyching me out of it. But what did I do? I got a moral compass together. I said, I'm going to take that test. I don't care if I pass, if I fail, what's going to happen. I don't really care because you know what? Nobody's going to kill you if you fail a test. Simple as that. If you miss a workout, you're going to miss 2 workouts, then 3 workouts, and then 10 workouts. Yeah, that could kill you. Actually, it's you killing yourself at that point. Look around you, for crying out loud. Look around you and realize what you don't want, because there's lots of examples walking around. I saw one today, and you'll see one, everyone will see one, of what you don't want. Some guy that's looking depressed about his job, waddling around, couple of 100 pounds overweight, the kind of guy I mean, grumpy look on his face, troubles of the water upon him. You don't want that. That is just full of negative friggin' energy. You don't want that. What do you want? You want a hot body? You want smart brains? All you need is to have it in your heart. To set your mind on that goal and never friggin' let it go. I know it's hard. I know after 2-3 weeks, all of you guys out there are going to be like, oh man, this is hard work. Man, I don't want to work out today. Man, I don't want to read that crappy book for that crappy test I got to take. And you'll blow it off. But if you blow it off, you will never, ever achieve the goals that you want to achieve. You get rid of those vices, because come on. What is drinking a beer going to do in the long term of things? It's going to do nothing for you. It's not going to drive your life forward. You may forget about life for a couple of hours, but guess what? When you've sobered up, that crappy job is still going to be there. That crappy job with no way forward is still going to be there. That big fat beer belly you're carrying around has probably gotten a little bigger. What has that done? Same with smoking, same with drugs. What has that done? It's just taken money away from you that you could spend on maybe a book or something smart like that, but no. Remove all these vices from your life. If you think about a vice, go take a walk. You've got 2 legs, I hope. Go take a walk somewhere. Go work out. Go lift some weights. You don't have to buy a gym membership. You can work out at home. For crying out loud, prisoners work out. They have a freaking room and that's it. If they can work out and if they can get jacked, I'm sure you can. Anyway, get rid of your vices, gentlemen. If you found this video useful, click down there, like, share and subscribe, and you'll bet I'll be back real soon.